Welcome to the Bible Stories. Today, we're covering Genesis 13. Abram, his wife Sarai, and his nephew Lot have just returned from Egypt. They brought with them great wealth, not only livestock, but also silver and gold. So they were very wealthy. And the land where they were staying could no longer support both of them living there together. So they decided it was time to separate. And the way they were going to do that is they were going to let their herdsmen decide where they were going to go. But pretty soon, strife broke out between Abram's herdsmen and Lot's herdsmen. And this happened because the Canaanites and Perizzites were also living in the land, which meant that the resources were even more limited. Now, Abram was a man of faith and peace. He didn't want to fight, so he went to his nephew Lot and said, "Hey, we can't continue living together because of these quarrels that are breaking out between our herdsmen. You and I are actually relatives. I don't want to fight with you. So here's what I'll do. I'll let you choose the land first, and I'll take whatever land is left." So Lot looked around, and he saw that the well-watered plain of the Jordan Valley looked like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, like a lush, green, beautiful place to live. And Lot chose it and pitched his tents near Sodom. Now, when Lot moved east with his flocks, Abram moved his family and his tents near the great trees of Mamre. There he built an altar to the Lord and called on his name. Now, before we go any further, let me just pause and say, if you think that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not relevant today, you are sorely mistaken, because everything that we see here in the separation of Abram and Lot was actually a picture of what was to come with Abraham's descendants and the nation of Israel. Not only that, the separation of Lot and Abram is a warning to us today about certain things to avoid. First, we know that Lot chose to live among the sinful and wicked people of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we're going to see that cause him some big problems in the future. But second, the land that he chose was actually a land that was cursed by God. We read about that in Deuteronomy 29 and 32. Okay, now let's go back to our story. Now, after Lot had moved away from Abram, God appeared to Abram and said, "Look now, from wherever you are, look north, south, east, and west. All the land you see I will give to you and your descendants forever. Your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and the inhabitants of the earth. Your offspring will be like the stars in the sky, too numerous to count." After God made this promise to Abram, he believed him and trusted him, and he gave God praise. Now, we see that Abram didn't just pack up and move to some random place. He went to a specific place. He moved his family and his tents near the great trees of Mamre, which is significant because the New Testament tells us that this was the place where the three angels appeared to Abraham when he was about to sacrifice Isaac. Not only that, but it was here, under these very same trees, that Abraham was able to obtain Eshcol, one of the spies that went into Canaan, one of the spies that checked out the land. Now, I mention all this to point out that God is not only the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but he is also the God of promises. He is the God who keeps his word. And if we trust him, he will take us to the land that he has promised us. I pray that this helps you, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.